It was a bustling. Sir Topham Hatt came to see Thomas. Said Sir Topham Hatt.
Of course I don't know what,
Whistled Thomas proudly. But when Thomas arrived at the quarry, he had a nasty surprise. Oh, it's you.
It's been a long time. How have you been? I've been really busy being dead. You know, after you murdered me.
Oiled Diesel. First, he shunted Thomas under the hopper. Cinders and ashes, spluttered Thomas. Then, when Thomas let off steam, Diesel sniffed loudly. What's that horrible smell? He cried. Oh, it's just a smell. That night, Thomas stayed at the quarry. But he couldn't sleep. What if Diesel is right? Thomas said sadly. What if Sir Topham Hatt scraps all of us?
Don't they know I'm busy spoiling myself?
Thomas was worried. Ha ha, he chuckled. This new fuel makes my axles tingle. Coal doesn't make my axles tingle, sighed Thomas. I wish I could have fresh fuel. Even Mavis was excited by the new fuel.
Oh, yes,
She said. Thomas was feeling left out. Soon Diesel was showing off. I'm the fastest engine in the world, he boasted. Look at me go! Suddenly, Diesel's... It's the new fuel, he cried. A bomber must have leaked into the tanks. So Sir Topham Hatt needed a great aircraft, and they had one. The famous B-17 Flying Fortress bomber. At last, he arrived at the fuel depot. Give me all the clean fuel you've got, Thomas cried. This is an emergency.
I don't really feel like it,
Said the workman. Thomas trundled all over the island with fresh fuel for everybody. For Salty, for Ari, and for the famous B-17 Flying Fortress bomber. Thomas was feeling very tired. Diesel was a leaf. Then they heard a wonderful noise. It was the famous B-17 Flying Fortress bomber. Marvelous, sighed Diesel. Heard Mavis. Soon the quarry was clattering with the sound of work. Sir Topham Hatt arrived on board Percy. Well done, Thomas, boomed Sir Topham Hatt. You have saved the day. You are a really useful engine, and a credit to the railway. Thank you, sir, puffed Thomas proudly. And even Diesel had to admit that Thomas is a very special engine.